There's a ton of different Dyson vacuums and they all have a little bit of overlap in feature set, but they're also all a little different. So in this video, we're gonna take a look at 5 of my favorite vacuums and help you decide which of these might be the right one for you. The first vacuum on the list is the Digital Slim, and this is the most compact Dyson vacuum. So it's shorter than the others, also has the smaller wand. It's very lightweight as well. The big con to this one is it doesn't have as much power or as many accessories. You just get the roller brush, the crevice tool, and also the brush tool, which sometimes you wish you had the mini roller brush. So that's the big drawback to this one, and also just the smaller size might not make this the right choice for you. But if you want a lightweight Dyson that still gives you good power, this is gonna be a great choice. But if you wanna have one that has a little bit more power and better battery life, then you should probably go up to the V8 Plus. What I love about the V8 Plus is you get the mini roller brush as well, which is fantastic for cleaning upholstery and also for cleaning up after pets. And this one also has better attachments for keeping your car clean. This one's gonna be a fantastic handheld vacuum too if you remove the wand. So really love the V8 Plus. It does a fantastic job cleaning around the house. The main area where this is limited in is the amount of runtime on it because there's just a low power and a high power setting. If you put it in the high power mode, this will only last about 5 minutes or so. So this is really gonna be best for cleaning up small messes around the house because the battery is not going to last a super long time on it. Next on the list is the V11 Origin, and this is probably the best all-around Dyson vacuum because you get great attachments with it, all the same attachments as the V8 Plus, but you get a screen on the back that shows you the amount of battery power, and you can also change between low, medium, and high power on the back. And the medium power mode is fantastic. That's what I leave it in, and even if you use it in the high power mode, it's still going to last longer than the littler Dyson V8 Plus. You'll get up to an hour of battery life if you use this in the low setting, but if you use it in the medium, expect to get about half an hour. So that's what I typically use it in. And this one to me is just a great balance overall. Has a bigger canister and you'll have no problem with cleaning any mess around the house with the Dyson V11 Origin. So many great attachments, plenty of power in this one. So the V11 Origin is the best all-around Dyson vacuum, but the next two on the list give you some extra advanced features that make them really great picks. So the V12 Tech Slim is smaller than the V11 Origin. The dust canister is not as big, but this one is so lightweight while still giving you even more power than the V11 Origin. You also get the fluffy optic brush, which has the green light on the front so you can really see dust with this. It sounds like a gimmick, but it actually works really well. This one also has the same attachments as the other ones, so it's gonna be a fantastic option to use in your car because of just how small it is whenever you remove the wand. This one is just so lightweight, still gives you the screen on the back too, but on the screen you can also see the amount of dust you've collected in microns, which is kind of cool if you're a nerd like me and you like to track that sort of thing. Also, I love the push button start on this because once you press it, the vacuum just stays on until you press it again, so you don't have to actually hold the trigger down the whole time. The big con of this one is just the fact that the dust canister really doesn't hold that much dust on it, but it's really worth it with the light, compact size of this, as long as you have a trash can nearby that you can empty this out into. Also love the fluffy optic brush, and you still get the main roller brush if you need to clean carpet as well. Finally, we get to the last vacuum on the list, the V15 Tech Plus, and this really is kind of a combination of the V12 Tech Slim and the V11 Origin because you get the bigger canister, the screen on the back that shows you all the dust you collected in microns, the fluffy optic brush, and all the other great Dyson attachments. The reason you should get this one is because it gives you the most capacity and power over any of these vacuums that we've talked about in this video. So this one's not going to be as lightweight as the V12 Tech Slim, but it is going to give you more power and more capacity. So for most people who are cleaning around the house, I would recommend this one instead. Also, one other nice thing is this has the digital motor bar tool, and in the auto mode on this, it'll actually ramp the power up and down of the motor bar depending on the messes that you're going through, which works really well at conserving battery life, and also if there's a really stubborn mess, it's going to do a better job at getting it than any of the other Dysons because it's going to ramp the power up to make sure you can really get through it. So the V15 Tech Plus is the best vacuum on the list, unless you want something a little bit lighter, in which case I would get the V12 Tech Slim instead. So if you're trying to decide between all these, how do you even choose? If you want the shortest and lightest one, get the Digital Slim. Just know this one's not going to give you the ability to clean as long as some of the other ones on the list, and you also might find it to be a little small for your preferences. If you just want to get into the world of Dysons with a little bit more power, then get the V8 Plus because this one still gives you better attachments, but just know the battery life on it still isn't that great as well. If you want the best all-around Dyson and you really don't care about crazy features, then get the V11 Origin because the motor brush on this is still fantastic. Has tons of capacity, tons of battery life, and I've had no issues with this at all. This is actually the first one I got out of all of these, and the moment I opened this, I could tell this was much upgraded over some of the older Dysons, and you're gonna be totally happy if you just get the V11 Origin because of all the great attachments, all the great power and battery life you get out of it. But finally, if you just want the top of the line features, then you have to decide between the V12 Detect Slim and the V15 Detect Plus. Get the V12 Detect Slim if you're cleaning smaller areas, if you don't mind having a smaller canister. But also get this one if you want the lightest weight one because it's so maneuverable, so small, it balances so well. I love the V12 Detect Slim. But if you need the added feature of the fluffy roller brush and you need the ability that the V11 Origin has to hold more dust, then get the V15 Detect Slim because this one is going to crush all the others in terms of capacity, features, and power.